Sonic the Hedgehog on 4K Blu-ray. I didn't realize this, but mine came with a cool comic inside it. They jammed in there with it. Limited edition. So it's like, I think it's just like the movie in little comic form. It's kind of cool. I don't think it said that it was going to come with this on the Amazon when they purchased this. Anyway, that's neat. Look at this awesome chunky explosion freeze frame from the beginning of the movie here. Look at that. I love me some chunky explosions, like with little bits in it instead of just like all orange fire. Like when Sebulba's pod racer crashes and it's like, and you can see all the pieces flying off. I love chunky explosions. I just want to say right out the gate that we've watched the Blu-ray of this and we've watched the 4K of this, and there is a major difference on the 4K. A lot more detail, and the colors are a lot more brighter and vibrant, and it's the same soundtrack. It's still a Dolby Atmos, and the soundtrack on this movie is awesome and super active. So definitely prefer the 4K over the Blu-ray on this one. The Blu-ray is not bad, but the 4K is like a major step up. Okay. So my third time through this movie, it's good. I mean, 3 times. I noticed, so this little guy is about to shoot somebody. I'm going to probably do not so much spoilers, just I'll be showing stuff kind of out of context. But look at his hand. See that? That's a Knuckles hand, and the second movie has Knuckles in it, and he has gloves like that. Also in the game, he has gloves like that. So these guys are the echidnas that come in play more in the second movie, or have a part in the first movie at the very beginning prologue. But yeah, I noticed that when it was like a close-up of this guy about to shoot an arrow, that it's echidnas with the Knuckles hands. This part's awesome. He rescues this turtle, and then he feels sad for him that he doesn't get to go fast. Look at this. Look at this turtle's face. This is so awesome. Look. So I never thought I'd see Jim Carrey as a villain, but his introduction as a villain in this is so awesome. Look at his face. Look at that. Also, his hair is awesome in this movie. Okay, but I do have a grievance with this scene. This guy's hat. He's kind of wearing it like a little kid wears a baseball hat, where it's kind of like back on his head, and that's not how it's supposed to be worn. Okay, so it's kind of like this. So I don't know if you can see the difference there. There's maybe not that big of a difference. It just bugs me every time I watch it. So it's supposed to be parallel with the marching surface, which is the ground. So it's just supposed to be flat like that. And you see where it kind of up a little bit. So there's some space up here, and then the cool kids will do like squish it down right there or whatever. But yeah, it's not back and shoved all the way onto your head like that. That's not right. Okay, last thing about the uniform, and then I'll be done with it. So I think if you're gonna have the uniform in a movie, I know it's just a silly kids movie, I know that, but you could just the costume person could just Google it and just get it right. I'm just saying, lots of movies will have this little collar thing. They'll like put it up, and it's just like, nope, doing it wrong. Okay, actually, I do want to talk about Jim Carrey's hair again. Look at this. So cool. Speaking of hair, makeup, and costumes, his haircut in this movie is so cool. And his mustache is awesome. Look at that. Look at those curly little curlies. And there's like this big old chunk hanging off there. Anyway, it looks great. And then when he gets like tousled, his hair gets all messed up and looks really cool. Okay, something interesting about the first movie that is absolutely not in the second movie is if you look at the military guys, they all have guns. In the second movie, there's like no guns. It's all tasers. So times change. Also, all right, I'm not complaining about it, but we're just gonna look a little closer here. So this badge right there, that is the combat action badge, and I think it actually plays into Dr. Robotnik's villainness. As he's talking to him right here and telling him that no one cares about his achievements. It actually makes it makes his villainness come out more because he's super disrespecting this guy in uniform that has obviously done things for his country. So I think it even helps you not like this guy even more while he's disrespecting this person in uniform who seems to be a good person and seems to have done some things for his country. All right, so they're stalking through the woods. I do like the trigger discipline here. And then also, I always laugh when people use these grips like that. Normally, product placement in movies, when it's super obvious, I really don't like it. It totally turns me off. Especially in Transformers 4. Product placement in that is bad. But I think movies can do it okay. Like, I think the first Spider-Man did it okay when he, like, webs that can or whatever. This part right here is just, like, so on the nose that it's, like, almost okay. I don't know. Listen to this.
You did tell me to check your phone for dating apps.
The only apps on my phone are the ones that came with it.
In the Olive Garden.
Ah, because when you're there...
Your family.
Yeah, these movies definitely lean into the Olive Garden promo. So it's almost just like a running joke, but it's like, oh my gosh, this is a very obvious, shameless plug for Olive Garden. But every time they do talk about Olive Garden, I start like salivating for their breadsticks and their salad. So this whole conversation between Tom and Dr. Robotnik, from very, very close up, by the way, close to each other's faces, is just pure gold. The back and forth on this part is so great. Also, this isn't the best shot to see it, but Tom's hair is also great in this movie. Okay, he's getting his name. Here we go.
Hey, Mr. Wachowski, but everyone calls me Tom. Except my dentist, he calls me Tim. But it's gone on for so long now that it would just be weird if I corrected him. Well, Tom.
Also, that last part is also known as the James Marsden has really nice teeth shot. He makes such good faces in this. That's so good. This movie is worth watching alone for Jim Carrey. I will say that. Boop. Boop. All right. And who does not love a good breastfeeding joke?
Before I was a toddler, I was spitting out formulas while you were still spitting up formula. I was breastfed, actually. Nice. Rub that in my orphan face.
Everyone loves a good breastfeeding joke. What? Yeah. So, but what I do like about that joke is, so Dr. Robotnik is like super smart, and him saying he's breastfed and him saying nice, rub it in my face, is him acknowledging that being breastfed is really good for you. So I think that's an interesting one. But that's a great joke, and I think more movies should have breastfeeding jokes. Okay, I think this is my favorite line in the whole movie, where he's telling Sonic what a payphone is.
It's a payphone. It's mostly for drug dealers and fugitives from the law, which is us. Stay in the car. I don't want to...
So this is our broken swing, and we call this SBS mode because it just like totally shakes him, but he loves it. So my absolute favorite looking parts of these movies are when he goes into what I call Quicksilver Mode, and he's going so fast that it's like time is stopped. But I just think every time it does one of these scenes, it's so cool. He just runs around doing stuff, and everything's all time frozen. So as far as a video game adaptation goes, like I've played Sonic 1, 2, and 3 on Sega, and obviously this isn't that story, but it feels like Sonic. And I used to watch the Sonic cartoon show in the 90s, and this just feels like Sonic, and so it's like a Sonic-like story, and it just does its own story, but it feels very Sonic-like. So I'm not like, that's not like in the game. So it does its own story that's new and exciting, and then the game references are throughout, and so they're like little Easter eggs that are fun to find. But then they end up having these humans that are having their own story in that involves Sonic to kind of, I guess, make it so it's not just a totally CG movie. So I actually really like it. The humans, except for her, she's incredibly annoying, are their story's interesting and works. So I think it's an awesome Sonic adaptation. All right, so this guy surprises him while he has his dance number for like 5 minutes straight. Totally surprises him, and then I love what Dr. Robotnik says.
A
Listen to
latte
this.
with steamed Austrian goat milk. What do I look like, an imbecile? Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them.
He's so good. He's so good in this. Seriously, he's enough of a reason to watch this movie. I mean, his hair really does look great in this movie. I mean, who are we kidding? Let's see if we can turn his head. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that hair. Looks great. All right, here is an out of context Crispy Sonic. Look at that. His little fur's all singed. Oh, little Crispy Sonic. The end credits do this fun thing that it's like animated like the Sega game and kind of goes through the plot of the movie over again, which is a good review for the little kids. Speaking of little kids, I did actually record them talking about the movie, and I'm going to attach that here at the end. And I realized that we recorded that 5 days before this kid was born, and he's almost 2 months old now. So found it on my phone, and I was like, I'm going to finish that thing. So I like this movie. The 4K looks awesome. Let me know if you've seen it, and if you like it, and if you've played the Sega games, and if you like any other video game adaptations. But I really like it, and I highly recommend it for humans. Okay, thanks for watching. Enjoy the me with my kids part. Okay, bye. Okay, we just watched this Sonic on 4K, and you have seen it twice now, and I've seen it twice now too. So we'll start with Serena. Serena, what did you think about Sonic?
Wait,
Lovely.
This is Serena's first time?
She watched it before, but I don't think she was really paying attention. What did you think of Sonic? All right, never mind. What did you think of Sonic?
I liked it. It was good.
Yeah? Mama asked you a pretty good question.
Liked it?
Yeah, did you like it?
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah?
It
What was it? What was your favorite?
No.
All right. Yeah, why was it fun?
Fun.
Was it scary at all? Was there any parts that were scary?
Yeah.
What part was scary?
The flying.
The flying? The drones with missiles?
No.
Did you cover your eyes on any parts?
Mm-hmm.
What parts did you cover your eyes on?
I covered on the fun.
Okay. So what did you think, Ezra?
I liked it. It was pretty good.
Yeah? Are you excited for watch the second one?
Yes.
Yeah? Have you played the video game?
Yeah.
Was the video game hard?
Not really.
Not really? Are you serious? Okay, alright, that's cool. Talking the old Sega game. I think the Sega game's super hard, but it's fun. I first played the Sega game when I was your age. Actually, I was a little younger than you. Oh my gosh, you guys! Okay. Well, I really liked it. And I thought it looked amazing.